Do you ever get to the end of a long day, feel completely exhausted, but when you look back, you can't point to a single thing you did that truly matters? You were busy, you answered emails, you put out fires, you attended meetings, but did you move forward? Or were you just running on a treadmill, burning energy but going nowhere? This feeling of being perpetually busy but unproductive, it isn't a personal failing, it's a modern epidemic. There's an invisible force hijacking our lives, a constant screaming siren that pulls our attention towards the immediate. It's called the tyranny of the urgent. It's the belief that whatever is loudest is most important. It's the enemy of our ambitions, our peace of mind, and our greatest work. Comes from one of the most effective men of the 20th century. Before he was a two-term youth, President Dwight D. Eisenhower was the supreme commander of Allied forces in Europe, coordinating the actions of millions during World War II. His life was a masterclass in managing monumental stakes and relentless pressure. He didn't have the luxury of being busy. He had to be effective. His secret was a mental model so simple, yet so profound, it can re-engineer your entire approach to your life. This is not just another productivity hack. This is a system for clarity. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you that system. By the end of this video, you won't just have a tool, you'll have a new lens through which to see your reality. And I'm going to ask you to commit to one small change that will begin the shift from being a reactor to an architect. This is the Eisenhower Matrix. It's how we fight back. It operates on two axes, importance and urgency. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. This is the firefighter's quadrant. These are the legitimate fires, the true crises that demand immediate attention. A critical project deadline, a family member's medical emergency, a server crash that takes your business offline. You can't ignore these, you must do them. However, many people live their entire lives in this quadrant, bouncing from one crisis to the next. They become addicted to the adrenaline rush of urgency, mistaking the feeling of being needed for the reality of being effective. A life lived only in quadrant 1 is a life of stress, reactivity, and inevitable burnout. The goal is not to be a great firefighter, but to build a life where fewer fires start in the first place. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important. Welcome to the architect's quadrant. This is where your future is forged. It's the quiet, often neglected space where true progress occurs. Mastering a new skill, getting a certification, building a side hustle, creating a budget, weekly meal prep for a healthier life, having a dedicated date night to strengthen your relationship, exercising. These are the foundations of a well-lived life. The tyranny of the urgent has no power here because there are no immediate deadlines. And that is precisely why these tasks are so easy to procrastinate on. They require proactive energy. They demand that you be the driving force. The architect knows that the skyscraper of their ambition is built not in moments of crisis, but in the disciplined, daily work of laying bricks in this quadrant. You must schedule this work into your calendar and protect that time as if it were a meeting with the most important person in the world, your future self. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. This is the leaky faucet quadrant. It's the constant drip, drip, drip of interruptions that feel urgent, but are ultimately a distraction from your mission. Many meetings, most email, phone calls from colleagues about their minor problems. These tasks are urgent to other people, but they are not important to your core goals. This quadrant is a trap because it makes you feel helpful and busy. Learning to navigate this quadrant is a superpower of delegating effectively, of asking for an email instead of a meeting. Protecting your focus is not selfish. It is the fundamental prerequisite to doing meaningful work. Delegate, automate, or decline. And finally, quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. This is the procrastination casino. It's the world of cheap dopamine, an escape that costs you your most valuable and non-renewable asset, time. Mindless social media scrolling, binge-watching shows you don't even like, endlessly browsing online stores. We go to this quadrant for relief from the stress of quadrant 1. But we end up staying so long that we fail to do the quadrant 2 work that would have prevented the stress in the first place. It is a vicious cycle. The only way to win in the procrastination casino is to not play. Delete these activities without mercy. Here's the ultimate shift. Most people live their lives as firefighters, constantly reacting to the urgent, but a fulfilling life isn't found in the ashes of solved crises. It's built, brick by brick, in the calm, deliberate focus of quadrant 2. This is the architect's mandate, to spend the majority of your energy building your future, not just reacting to your present. This matrix isn't just a tool, it's a declaration of war against the trivial, a commitment to your own potential. Now it's time to commit. Earlier, I said I'd ask you to make one small change. This is it. Take 60 seconds after this video and identify your single most important quadrant 2 task, the one that if you did it consistently for the next 6 months, would fundamentally change your life for the better. The one you've been putting off. Then make it real. Let's hold each other accountable. Comment below with the 1 quadrant 2 task you're scheduling. This is how we begin to live as architects, not firefighters. If you believe in this mission, then subscribe and join the community. Welcome to the 1%.